Hello, this is Gordon and welcome to the SVG tutorial. And first of all, we need to know why we need to learn SVG because SVG, the V stands for vector graph, and so can be rescaled to any screen size. So SVG is better than pixel size as. And to use SVG, first of all, we need to have an element called SVG. Okay, this is the SVG element, and then inside SVG element we can have many different shapes. For example, the most basic one is to draw a straight line. And now you don't see anything because we need to add some attribute to the straight line. So there are many attributes. First of all, we need to have 4 pairs of coordinates: x1, x2, y1, x2, y2. These are the x1, y1 are the x and y coordinate of the starting point, and x2, y2 are the coordinates of the ending point. So for example, we start from 0 to 100. 0, for example, this is a horizontal line. And now if we save it, we don't see anything yet because we have not add a drawing to the SVG line. So we need to add stroke, say, and then use a color, say black, and then we can see a straight line here. This line is very thin, so we can also add one more attribute called stroke width. And now when we have the stroke width, for example 10, this straight line becomes thicker. And we can add different coordinate for it. For example, if we write 50 as y2, then it will go from 0, 0 to 150. And the xy coordinate is calculated this way. The starting point is at 0, 0 is the upper hand side. And when we go right, this is the x coordinate to go positive. And this is the y coordinate to go positive. So this is from 0, 0 to 150. And if we change to 1 to 100, 100, it will go to 100, 100. Just like this. You see, this is the basic, the straight line. And after the straight line, we can have something else. So for example, we can have rectangle. Rectangle is just similar to the line. First, we can have as little as 2 attributes: the width and the height. For the width, we can have, say, 200. If we have 200, 200, then we will see the rectangle is 200, 200. But then we can also set some coordinates. For example, the starting point. Now this is the starting point. 100, 100 is the starting point, you see. So this is from the 100, 100 to 200, 200. So it should go to 300, 300 and here. But why this one is cropped? Because this SVG, the canvas size is the height of this SVG element is 150 only. So if we go to the add a style, for example, and SVG, we add a border to the SVG. Border. For example. You see, when we add a border, we can see that the SVG element, the height of the SVG element by default is 150 only. So we can add here. Now this SVG element will go to 400. You see, and we can add a width to it too. Now this SVG element, the width will become 500 and the height become 400. So this is we can see from the red border here. the SVG, the whole canvas has been enlarged. And let us go back to the red element. For the rectangle element, besides the x, y for the starting point and width height for the width and height, we can have a fifth attribute called rx, which is for a round border rectangle. So for example, rx equals to 10, and then you can see that the corner become round bordered. And if we set this larger, for example 50, then it become more round bordered. So this is the fifth attribute of a rectangle, Rx, for the round bordered rectangle. Now let's talk about a third shape which is very common, which is circle. For the circle, it takes three attributes, Cx, Cy, and R. Cx and Cy are the center, and R is the radius. So for example, the center is 300, and center Y is 50, and then the radius is 40, for example. Then we can see that the circle goes to here, and the center of 350 here with a radius of 40. So this draws a circle here. And then the fourth element which I like to share with you is called ellipse, which is just similar to circle, but it is a little bit different. It need to have four attributes, Cx, Cy, Rx, and Ry, four attributes. So now let's say this one is at 50, 200, and then this one is say Rx, let's say it is 30, and then Ry is 80. You see this one goes to here. So when the center is 50, 200 here, and then the Rx, the horizontal radius is 30, so this one is 30, and then the Ry, the vertical radius is 80, so here it is 80, so this will draw a ellipse. So these four are the basic shapes of SVG, and I hope you like this tutorial, and if you have any problem, please feel free to ask in the comment section and I will come to answer. Thank you, bye bye.